Hello students, let us continue chapter 6 Life Processes. Today we are going to discuss our next topic, that is transportation in plants. Students, we know that plants are autotrophic. They consume some simple substances in the form of inorganic compounds from their environment. Like carbon dioxide is taken from atmosphere by leaves for the photosynthesis process. From soil, raw materials like nitrogen, phosphorus, and some other important substances are absorbed by roots. If the distances between soil contacting organs and chlorophyll containing organs, that is, leaf or leaves, are small, energy and raw materials can easily diffuse to all parts of the plant body. But if these distances become large, then diffusion processes will not be sufficient. So, in higher plants, to provide raw materials in leaves and energy in roots, a proper transportation system is essential. Let us discuss this in detail. The plants obtain carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and water and minerals from the soil, and with the help of chlorophyll in their cells transform the solar energy into chemical energy through the process of photosynthesis. In the process, they synthesize carbohydrate, that is glucose. The absorbed water and mineral are required to be transported to different parts of the plant body. This is important. So let us discuss the diffusion in this case. If the distance between the roots and the leaves is less and negligible, the energy and raw materials, including water, can easily be transported in all parts of the plant body just through the process of diffusion. But next step, transportation or conducting system. When in plants the distance between the roots and leaves is more, the process of diffusion is not sufficient. Therefore, there is a suitable conducting system. The plants are stationary, so they do not need much energy as compared to mobile animals. Even then, the energy stored in leaves and the raw materials and water absorbed by the roots are transported to different parts of the plant body with the help of some tissues. So there are two independent conducting tissues in plants. The first one is xylem for transportation of water and minerals absorbed from the soil. And the second one is phloem for transportation of products of photosynthesis from leaves, that is food, to other parts of the plant body. Let us discuss the absorption of water by the roots and its transport in upward direction, or simply the transport of water in plants. So, the very first, water conducting channels. Actually, xylem consists of vessels and tracheids which form continuous water conducting channel. The next one, absorption of water by the roots. This is very important process. The root cells actively take up ions from the soil. This creates a difference in the concentration of these ions between the root and the soil. Water therefore moves in the root from the soil to eliminate this difference. Is it clear? The next one is column of water inside the plant. To eliminate the concentration difference between the soil and the root, the steady movement of water into root creates column of water. The next, conduction of water by root pressure. Due to the absorption of water by root cells, a pressure is generated to push water in xylem element. This pressure is insufficient to move water over the heights of plants. So, plants use another strategy to move water in xylem upwards to the highest point of the plant body. This strategy is transpiration process. So the conduction of water by transpiration pull. The loss of water in the form of vapor from the aerial parts of the plant is known as transpiration. The water which is lost through the stomata is replaced by water from the xylem vessels in the leaf. Evaporation of water molecules from the cells of a leaf creates a suction which pulls water from the xylem cells of the roots. During the day, when the stomata are open, the transpiration pull becomes the major driving force in the movement of water in the xylem. At night, effect of root pressure is necessary for the upward flow of water. Therefore, transpiration helps in absorption and upward movement of water and minerals dissolved in it from roots to the leaves. Let us discuss an activity to demonstrate the process of transpiration in plants. So, take two small pots of approximately the same size and having the same amount of soil. One pot labeled as A with a plant. Next, place a stick of the same height to the plant in other pot labeled as B. Cover both the pots with plastic sheets and place them in a bright sunlight for at least half an hour. Now, the soil in both pots is covered with a plastic sheet to prevent evaporation and loss of moisture. After half an hour, small water droplets are observed on the inner surface of a plastic sheet of pot A, not on B. So, from our observation, we concluded that there is a water loss from the aerial part of a plant in the form of water vapor, and this process is known as transpiration. So, this is our complete activity to demonstrate the transpiration process in case of plants. Next, the transport of food and other substances through phloem. The transport of soluble products of photosynthesis is called translocation. Translocation occurs in the part of the vascular tissue known as phloem. Besides the products of photosynthesis, the phloem transports amino acids and other substances. These substances are specially delivered to roots, fruits, seeds, and to growing organs where it is stored. The translocation of food and other substances takes place in the sieve tubes with the help of adjacent companion cells, both in upward and downward directions. The translocation in phloem is achieved by utilizing energy. Like sucrose, for example, the part of carbohydrate is transferred into phloem tissue using energy from ATP. This increases the osmotic pressure of the tissue, causing water to move into it. This pressure moves the material in the phloem to tissues having less pressure, and the phloem thus moves material according to the plant's need. Like in the spring, sugar stored in root or stem tissue is transported to the buds which need energy to grow. So this is the complete process of translocation and transferring of food material through phloem. So students, I hope you understood the process of transportation in plants. Thank you for listening.